Blood, you disgusted me. You lost a sleepy G, and you're in front of me. But I heard you're gonna punch my head off. Knock yourself out. You see, it's chess versus checkers this time. We got a champ versus the undefeated. Blood, ain't nobody next in the line, but this ain't about that. They just want to know who's the best in our time, because we all know I don't want your title. But the difference is you can't never have mine. So let's get it over then and start the roasting session, because I hear the fans been waiting on this smoke longer than a Pope selection. There ain't no redemption. After this, you ain't coming back. You this man last year. And that's the reason you're in front of man. To get a date for this match, this bitch had to say something first like the bumble wax. You see, that crown doesn't fool me. Like, your whole style kind of bores me. See, I ain't like the rest of these clowns. I won't be astounded by 4 schemes. I'll break you down to a small piece on the ground with your jaw weak, so I hope you're ready to lose to Mr. I haven't lost a round since you found it. But what did you say? It's because my opponents let himself down on a day when they're spitting. Like, anything to hate. Because someone is best versus you. And that could still go either way, that's a given. Tony beat you in gear 1, even though you claim that he didn't. So the difference is when people don't bring their A game for me, I beat him clearly and you have a debatable with him. So just know the difference. Your battle with Tony was judged. So I don't want to hear you moan or bitching. You should have made sure you brought your pen with you if you didn't trust the voting system. This is all bodies to not one body. Your bars apply to anybody. Well, I'm a somebody. But you really said I couldn't find a good angle that would kill. Well, now it's your time to die. Blood, you got an animal on your boat. Life, blood, that line was mine, verbatim, rhyme for rhyme. But accidents happen all the time. But Crafty said you took his bars. And Raptor said it twice, so I started looking. For every single one of your battles I could find, I made a list of all the bars that didn't add up in my mind and found no less than 71 bars that you've jacked from other guys. There's too many to run through. So just be happy that weren't ever in my plan. But don't get it twisted, I'm about to run through as many as I can. First soul, from the gate, that Undertaker tombstone, shit has been rinsed, please. I mean, Tox even said it in his tryout, so you can miss me. That gas trick bypass, shit's weak. Dirtbag Dan, Sirius Jones, and Daylight all had the same quick scheme. Get a shard in your eye? That was Ogmios. That Levi scheme, Sue Surf to Tay-Rock. That execution line, Tony to Shotty. I was there when they faced off. That equal line, Big Cannon said to Craig Lamar. That's why it's my purpose to kill this prick. That Snoop Dogg pen crack out of me, ill will to clips. Now you looking nervous a little bit. You stole the line about training day when I'm Denzel about to get surgical with this bitch. That's 8 in 1 battle, and there's more rank wasting time on. Let's go to your other battles and see where you get your lines from. That pen goes straight for your neck, Mr. 13. That's my man if you tried it. That Tommy Chicago reference, Tony D's. Damn, you're a sly prick. That green screen line to Raptor, you know you stole from Tony as well. So don't act like I'm lying. Because they were both from his battle with Yunnan, and you was judging that shit with your phone out right there, standing behind him. So those are the notes you were taking down. But it gets me vexed. If you don't believe me, you can check everything that I've mentioned then. You told English the bricks he runs through a fake, like Harry Potter. That was cold to a next extent, but Big T said it to Yunnan, and you were battling the same day and at the same bar at the very next event, just reworded it. And that's the truth, that Jim Carrey mask line to rap to Smooth, but Hollow said it to Big T, and that's a classic too. You thought you got away with it? Nah, that mask been following you round ever since, like Crash Bandicoot. That's why I think all his punches are weak. But what, he's the one you believe in? Or the words that come out his mouth for other people's, like when Bumblebee's speaking. That straight jacket line to Tony, dialect. A lie you said to me. That America scheme for Koj, Big T said to me. The Mount Rushmore line to Raptor, B Magic said to Chiller Jones, and Double L said to Reed. The computer motherboard scheme, Yunnan said to Dialect. You can't act like these are battles you've never seen. Hey, blood, we already at 17, and I still got loads left for the roast session. I won't let him get away with it. And the fans who condone theft are guilty by their own measures. I'm a true gladiator, Maximus uncaged, leaving my foes deaded. Because I got my cut before the fight, and I'm killing an unworthy king with his own weapon. Blood, just come clean. Don't be a hoe about it. You still bars. There's no doubting. Blood, you have ghostwriters, and they don't even know about it. That Flavor Flav line to Tony, John said to Wavy. I'm not even done, G. That other... You stole from John. I guess there really is no honor amongst thieves. That Captain Morgan line to Caps, Conceited and Charlie Clips said to each other. That Stevie Wonder line to Templar, I said to Tally, and you reinvented another. The Operation line, Big T said to me. Now watch your legacy suffer. The Indiana Jones whip wordplay, Templar had first, and you run a clip with him and pretend he's your brother, but he's your boy. So you must have seen it, heard the bar, and made a custom remix. Of course, you'll never act like you took it like you would, but you can't deny the footage. Fuck the fans. This for the battlers who write in the late nights they put in, cause since you like to bite gun bars, it's only right now you gotta bite the bullet. That Xbox controller line, Hitman, Charlie Clips, but everybody had that line for a bit. Oh, you thought you could keep playing with it cause you was getting a green light and a ring. That other line to, no, you know what, I'm going over the top. Cause I don't really think you bite bars, but that would really be dumb. I'm just saying. You write bars the same as other people's bars, and your bars always come out after the original one. It's just a mad coincidence, blood. I mean, I think that's fucked. You're so good. People steal your bars before you even think of it. It's a conspiracy, huh? Dad, you're lucky I fucked with you and I didn't put a whole video up, and that's why you just have schemes and little punches. Because you can steal wordplay. But you can't steal substance, it's cool. You don't have to ever admit it, but I bet that he wishes he never accepted this shit. Like, even if you win, you lose. Your legacy's finished, because I found 71. So just imagine how many I didn't.
All that round did was show me you're nervous. If I bite, why rap with me then? You're exposing the fact you don't think like them because there's gaps in your pen. Boy, I hate small bitches. You winning today will not happen. Stop bragging. Don't ask me what I want, fam. I want action. I rock heads. You rock fashion, spending bills on brands sagging while I built a brand through passion. So diss me for my clothing, get your dome burned up. They only call you a stand-up guy because the league sets you dates and you don't turn up. The fans are hurt, bro. You just ignore them. Still acting all pally though, exposing a fake. Like a real G would never turn his back on a calico. So me lose to bro. No, I'm lighting his head up and it starts with 2 in the top left like I'm writing a letter. I had to calculate a risk. Subtract the round from him, push buttons to see if it adds up and you can count on it. I bet it don't. And that'll lead to a gun cook in his mind. Or you want to learn how to moonwalk, or when the hands on the belt slide back 1 foot at a time. My boss define what heart meant. See, I brag about what I'll do. You just brag about what you've done till we're past tense. I don't like this herb. I'ma knife this jerk. It's ice roll truckers because the crew's filming you just trying to survive this work. Like this herb and think. Don't get brave with me like you got brave with Ace. My word is final, frontier, and I'ma need some space. I'll raise heat on sun. Facts, bro, that cold. I'ma turn a star inside out and throw this dwarf in a black hole. Astrological damage. You couldn't do me worse. I'm just here teaching my student. This is my universe. I bring a hearse for a Gemini. Fuck next, you better keep in line. How did you not see this coming? I thought bitches are supposed to read the signs. The outlook on mine? Well, I'ma be just fine, but you'll be lucky if Gemini can remember 2 lines. You tried to dead me with a mention to get your rep up with a vengeance. Now you're feeling the tug of war, trying to be the center of attention. I saw Gemini mentioned on a club flyer like he hosting it probably. It's nothing. We'll catch him slipping, get to ripping his throat in the lobby. See, when you're trying to go legit, truth ain't always black and white. So I'ma shoot up the club, then go ghost with a Tommy. That's a power move. Watch how I hop at the jukebox and break soldiers. Either get to lighting up the cannon or it'll be a stern takeover. The wait's over. My wait's over because I stay eating. Now you're here for the meeting with the death that you stay cheating. I've been down on beating. When I was on the run, fearing harm, thunder with billow, Ambi told me keep your head up, Shox. So I slept with an arm under my pillow. Still friends ignore my struggle. And it nutted my head up to fuck you suited them like Conor McGregor, so get to punching. How you call him incredible? I don't even see this guy as a threat. Start firing lead when the iron ejects, I'll leave Mr. Incredible red with an eye on his chest. I'm the best. You ain't the one to send me away. Follow him to Hatton Gardens, set up shop, then lay out gems with a tray, mate. This is my seat, and I'ma cut your face with a razor straight. You know I hold shit down, that's why you pay per weight. On the estate, where you're flipping out them pies. Till we catch him sitting at the lights, then strip him out the ride when I'm whipping out the knives. Pussy, you best give it up quick. The last victor stopped me jacking a box clown, who wound up with a handle sticking out his side. I'm down to ride, in a way you never could fathom. But you got an axe to grind, well I grab a small one, and you head him attacking. I might just hold it against him till I'm ready to bury the hatchet. So go get your ratchets. Let's get to the insanity. Bang! That's your mind gone. I'll give you top 5. It ain't dial on. I got a number in your whole family, so you got no one left to dial on. Shox, performance, electric, with these overhead lines, a pylon. That's my lightest round. Still you ain't punching as fast. So watch me put on this show and tell I stand out in front of this class. Fuck.
That round meant absolutely nothing. We just had a lot of nice metaphors. And about 4 of them have already been said before. But is he John the Rebel or Shox the Don? I don't know, blood. It's hard to say. Lad, you even stole the idea of stealing half your name. But it ain't just that. Lad, I hate your style. It is nothing drastic. There's substance lacking. It's my analogy for it. He plays the game well, but he don't understand it. Most of this stuff is random. No other tactic. There's no technique, no structured pattern. There's no defense. He's just attacking. He punches frantic and gets a random special bar out of nowhere after a couple miss and a couple landed. Blood, your style is the definition of battle rap button bashing. Blood, you're a good schemer and a good puncher. But being a good writer is different. You know you're a good writer when you don't need a punchline to finish, when you don't need a scheme or to stretch the way you say words and rhymes to fit in. Because half of your wordplay's sick, but what you're actually saying behind it isn't, blood. You have wordplay for the sake of wordplay. And I want the fans to see as well. You said you'll make it matter. Underground, like a Hadron Collider. Blood, does that mean you work for the TFL? You said you'll get strapped, put 1,500 each in a clip because you got 3G in a stick. But the thought process behind that is a reach itself. You have to create, I create real moments. You have to create fake ones just to make your schemes excel, and half your bars are like that. Just watch on a cam. Or he takes a punchline and then makes the wordplay keep going for as long as he can. Like, remember my Bumble App line from the first? Let's pretend that that's his. He would have kept that going 2 more bars and extended the shit like blood. You don't want to fight, because I'm a fab swinger, and one punch to have you dead in a ditch, and if we happen to cross paths, you'll be sleeping with plenty of... Blood, shut up. Blood, your shit is borderline bad bars. When you battle, they remember random punchlines, nothing else. When I battle, they look at my opponent after like there's someone else. Fuck bars. What moments does he have? You can't recall, and I ain't lying. My second to dialect, my third to Yunnan. Shut the building down with no wordplay forced to create hype. You bars mean nothing and apply to anyone. But the crowd stays full, then it ain't right, blood. I'm just trying to open their eyes and close yours at the same time. You have random wordplay that applies to anyone. And against me, that won't work. So try switching your style up. If you don't, against me, then you trying to be giving your life up. So I slide in, sticking my knife, blood. You high as a pigeon for trying to be thinking that fighting this nigga was wiser. I wasn't trying to be killing this guy, blood, but the size of the squirrel was liver. They just gave me this mug and a better paid part like I was trying to get rid of a spider. I'm versatile. And that's why there ain't a hope you can stop me. I'll body him. You're mockaging, getting your punches off the opponents you copy. It's like a Thai massage. Find him lying face down in a hole, but he's worried because there ain't a happy ending here. It's just me walking over his body. But that's all I talk about, they say. Winning, winning, winning. I'm not gonna lie, blood. It's fully true. But keep it 100. I mean, if you was me, wouldn't you? No? Nah, you wouldn't, because you're friends with everyone. Like a little bitch. I mean, on our battle rap resume, you knew everybody's rounds that they were going to bring to this. You went from high rise to XLDN to SYN. Now it's chalked out. That's 4 different clicks. You see, I doubt this pro's evolution by the fake teams that you kick it with. FIFA get killed back in the day, but every year the penalty's some different shit. You take one line, take another, put it together and then mix a bit. But it's not original. I want a fan to realize this fruit twist in it. Yeah, he bends those lines. Me, I write on a Nintendo vibe, you know, start with Super 64s, then switch the shit. Now it's no games. I spin anybody for feeling fidgetive or drop man in real life. Different options of what I can hit you with. What do you want, a jawbreaker or your gums dropped? You don't know? Well, you can pick and mix, but it's never long. They said this could be the last event, then DF is gone and I got love for nil. It's not a tennis shot, that's why they brought me back for the last night. Like Megatron, to get this bitch replaced by the third, like Megan Fox, I bring a knife to a gunfight. We can get it on, I'll drill it in his brain. That's the point I'm trying to get across. You can get the metal cocked and let the weapon off, blood. I'll just wing it with a blade. Ching, ching, I'm Sephiroth, blood. You don't think that he's Glock popping? Well, he's not stopping, he's dot mobbing. Because he's on stage about to touch rock bottom, get caved in. I'll let one of my dons rob him and have them teach him a lesson with one arm like Doc Connors. Tune for tune, you are not rocking. Get fucked up in a booth like P Money did Doc Rotten after this. You'll stop dropping, it's like you've run out of hot chocolate. You ain't got options, because this villain's power came from the gas like the hobgoblin. You facing me, top boss out of the lot, the hot gossip, the don that made a career out of washing a square like Doc Cotton, the nicest kid. I don't care who you riding with, old Linus prick. For thinking you're a G, Shox, watch these 2 hands, I'll show you what time it is. What's wrong? See, it's not nice, is it? You don't like this shit when I steal a line from him. Your homicide, never hard. Blood, you been caught cheating. On camera. Now be a stand-up guy and apologize like Kevin Hart. I don't need to be rapping with you. Where I'm from, if you take bars, you automatically lose. Blood, they only rate you because they're told they have to. See, I changed what top tier is, and you followed after on the road I ran through. If I didn't clear the top tier, would any of these no-brains rank you? So come on. But don't you hate when you open the door for somebody and they don't say thank you? But you're the champ now? That's so what? You can't brag to someone about having something they don't want. But you want to go that route? Fine. Let's go down it. You did your thing in your last battle. No doubting. Yeah, you won your title shot and the league died, but you literally took the soul out it and it's my fault. I should have never let you be the champ 2B because you don't rep, don't fuck. You're a snake and they should ban you, please. This plagiarist don't want to save the shit and that's why you have to leave, because when Don't Flop's dying, what kind of champ goes and starts a brand new league? How are you repping? Blood, you took the first chance that you spotted a vulture feeding on Don't Flop's dead carcass for profit. Who was there for you? When you had to start at the bottom, you got 2 events lined up. DF don't have 1 card that they're dropping. Why not set it up here? Oh, because you're enlarging your pockets. They gave you a title shot. You take their battlers after they're flopping. You said you're ready to fill soul shoes. Well, that was hardly a promise, because right now, you ain't part of the solution. Blood, you're part of the problem. Blood, you could have bailed debated with him, tried to save the shit, but instead you let Don't Flop suffer while you try gaining figures. A real champ would have tried hard to make him listen. That's why I'm going to stick your head in the ground. So now you can have that conversation with him. Blood, your whole title shot was comedic, a distraction, for all the obvious reasons. Putting a new crown over this dirty teeth would make Don't Flop look the cleanest, trying to use it to overshine the fact that everything else was rotten beneath it. Well, the people that still want to cheer for you are the same ones who don't want to hear the truth. But I don't give a fuck if your league's chalked out. Right now, your career is too. So keep spitting your back-to-back punches, because they ain't threatening me. I ain't telling them why I'm better than you. I'm showing them why you ain't better than me.
So I don't do the personals, is what you're saying. They don't doubt that for a second. I hate to break it to you, dickhead, it's a rap battle, not a counselling session. Secondly, saying I stretch out schemes and get crazy with a filler, call me a thief and then steal from Jay-Z versus Chiller. But this next round, I'm gonna need your expectations set aside. I've penned some better lines. So you are wiped out the race. Genocide, let it fly, knock his head aside. If I decide to rock a fella, even a change of heart could dead a guy. Never mind status, I'ma hurt this snake's reptilian a terrorbind. Terrorized, dump his body in the woods, would have never find. I watched you dish out on Tommy till TV was satellite, but get it right. Battling Shox, you better right, cause you can never shine. Facing a dark side with rebel lines, I'm getting this thread tied to the whole of next in lines. Yelling time, you couldn't let it lie. Grabbed your phone, started belling mine like Shox. I could never die, there you go again, telling lies. So I had to show you how to pen a line for all the clever guys who said I could never rhyme with Gemin1. So you said I couldn't get even. And now you're meeting with God, boy. I got 1, 3, 5, 7. And you best believe I'm beating the odds, so step up. Crunch time. I battle twice as much and spit 4 times the punchlines. I mean, you got 12 battles, right? That's 11 online, then that one where you just struggle to remember your lines. Not that they notice, because they ensure you keep that star clout. We all have stumbles, my brother. They just don't edit ours out, they make you look good. Because you got that commercial appeal. When the rest of us want props, we have to earn it through skill, but you got that too, right? You keep punching hard with that hood message. Reminding me it won't be a mirage when I lose my mind to the desert. The desert. As in a 50 caliber 4-pound. Pussy, you pointed that at me, you tip over from the effort. Win battles, you're supposed to use all you know, not blabber on about firearms. Your little wire arms are too small to hold. That shit like my bars, sharp as a flip knife. Your bars couldn't move abroad, stick to your lane, it don't sit right. This line, some insane shit, because Gemin1 loves to troll on the internet. Now money has to pay when you face this. Face it, on paper you're basic. So for getting gross over the net, I'ma make your wage slip. So claiming your gangster is really doing your fam dirty. Sin is too. I mean, everybody wants to be a bowler till they dropping 30 in the courts. I mean, you can punch. But you ain't really dark with it, kid, I got issues. Soon as I push a magazine, the stock's rising, I'm a marketing whiz. Or I'll get cutthroat with a razor. I make your sideburn from the shave as a carve with a blade. Sit Gem down and spin him round on reflection. You knew better than to ask a white boy for the fade, and that's too late. And that's too late. See me creeping between whips like I'm jaywalking. Like a ventriloquist when they ain't talking, because I'm handing a dummy for that fake talking. That's 2 rounds off. Before I'm letting you get a plate, I'll be running with a case like enemy of the state. Mate, lately, reps higher than Oxycontin, and I still back spinners when I'm body popping. I told Briggsy, I'm the coroner now. Then just pulled out a tray with a body on it. Let's be honest. I should probably stop. You know I could go more, but what's the point? Dropping a gem with a close is what I'm known for.
In that last round, I had a lot of metaphors. I counted 5 bars that have already been said before. Lad, you look like the result of Danny Jack trying to make a sausage. I bet if your head was crazy polished, then on a hot day you could fry bacon on it. I've had too many angles. Now I just want my credit. Let me murk 'em with the bars. Don't touch me. This contactless. But that means you can get anything up to 30 on this card. Don't bank on winning. Lad, you be the first to thrash me. You've lost half the battles I've had. You don't deserve to crash me. I was there for Loose Cypher, and I watched Sleepy G murk him badly. I thought you wouldn't hold a candle to you. You left a bad smell in the room. You should have burned a Yankee. But now you're great, alright? And you got the crowd to rate you high, because they say shots coming off a body like a Power Rangers fight. Well, I haven't been slacking. I know not to sleep round white boys. Some mad shit will happen. T-Rex, I gave you something to eat now. I'll be a good dog when I'm casually snapping. But I don't see no exceptional battler. I see a regular amateur. I'm breaking you down to nothing. After this, your image will be the same as a reflection of Dracula, blood. I don't let thieves in my house. That's why I've been setting a trap for you. You should have known you was going to get your head burned as soon as you step through that door, like Kevin McAllister. If you don't want to square up and box after, we can take it a lot farther, or disrespect the Don and wake up with your whore's head in a bed. I'm the godfather. And I know you trapping, right, blood? And that's why I have to find you. I'm turning up to your crib, late night with a tank of gas and lighter. While they're kidnapping, I take his white girl off him and set this man on fire. Then you in the same plot as Raptor and Tox. See, I ain't trying to waste coffins. It's 2017. I'm putting all you fags in the same boxes. He remains conscious as the fans be screaming at his side. Paramedics all around him. Now he ain't even breathing. It's a hype. Defibrillator to his chest while he can see into the light. Now his name's literally the only thing that's keeping him alive. But it's Shox, the real killer. I mean, that's what he says in like every rhyme scheme. A killer. He bakes cakes and shows respect and polite speech, but he's a killer. He let 7 man down on separate occasions when he was letting his 9 squeeze and left freshly baked brownies as a calling card at every crime scene. The muffin killer. Fam, just save it. Like I told Clips, there's a difference between exaggeration and fabrication. Your image is based off being a real killer. When you ain't, you're just rapping. You making a tune for Crafty over something he said on a status was random, threatened Koj the other week. And then your bully tendencies started displaying a pattern because someone like Crafty can make you write bars, whereas Psychosis can make you retract them. They say it every battle. and you don't even reply to it. If it me and it weren't true, you will definitely hear my side to it. You pick on guys who clearly ain't gonna do nothing, and that shook against the ones who are clearly down to move something. When you got a chance to back your talk, you showed your true colours and dude stunted. That's why you're 35 in a room for the 20-year-olds still trying to prove something. Like, you're overcompensating, and that shit don't run on me right. See, I'm one of them guys that ain't done no crud in their life, but I'm still stuck on a grind, juggling by, hustling, don't sleep good cause my phone keeps buzzing at night. I'm still wondering why they looked up my dome when he already has to suffer inside. I still hold back tears when I send him letters so I don't smudge what I write. I still got beef that would only end when one of us dies. I still remember the one I trusted, telling my mum I supply. I still cut coke with the same knife that they stuck in my spine. So I hope you ain't coming tonight to look at my eyes and give me advice, cause let me tell you, me and you ain't nothing alike. But I've been making clear points this whole battle. I'm saying you're a thief and a pure joke, a pussy with no bars, just schemes and a forced flow. And what have you been saying to me, blood? That you're going to beat me in Morse code.
So these days, Gemin1 goes by the name Gemin1. Cunt. That's your props folding. I see a basic grasp on English is something you're not holding. Someone buy Gemma Collins' dictionary. This thick bitch having a blonde moment because his real name's Navid. Cool title, but you've got no business with it. Roughly translated to English, it means bearer of good news. And I ain't never seen you lifting spirits. What? I wasn't even a real shot. I just think it's funny, Nav turned up with his lines all mapped out and he still lost. That voice, something you put on, connecting a link when you spit. For all the brothers that see the thumbnail and just think you're a chick, you fucking feminine lesbian. I don't want to hear no bars about how loud your toy bangs. You look like you've been groomed by Louis Walsh. I'm getting this boy banned. 2017 and you got holes in your jeans and your eyebrows on fleek, allow it. All these hard bars bragging about what you look like. Drop 5 bills on some shoes, then catcall grown-ass women off a push bike. Fam. If that was me, I'd be crying on cam like Funk Flex, then regret it the second it's in the air like a drunk text. I'm under your skin till it starts to peel off. This is taxidermy, because well, your stuff trying to look real, dog. Look. Less clash, tighten your lyrics, spray it free. Before I trump your whole team, get to clapping off the heat. When it's protest, I suggest you have it on your feet, but don't get offended when you see me black and take a knee. Against Soul, my rep was made official. Today the flames dance around an ancient symbol like a pagan ritual. Bags gave me tips on how to create a visual, then escape in situ. Now I'm quick shifting the paddles like a game of pinball. To hit your drum with a crash like I played a cymbal. I'm playing with you. Latent Gintsu's war, ensure the pain continues. I don't give a fuck if you look flying machine or stupid. Plain and simple. Flying machine, stupid, that's plain and simple. Bars within bars. If I was you, I'd hate this shit too. Because I'm on a level you should aspire to, not get crossed over the point on your roof. Wait, ain't that aspire to? I'ma retire you, that's what this fire do. It's straight murder. Why bother to book a battle for if I can have a blade pushing Gemin1 like Macklemore? When that knife hit your neck, kid, I hope your arteries get stitched, because this shit cut to the bone quick. Like your ex-bitch, you're a neaky cunt. You need the love, you fiend the buzz. I don't care if I win or lose, my daughter's waiting outside. Just to beat you up, fucking troll. You're an internet bad boy, and I won't even attempt to rationalize. I ain't got time. When a shift's locked, I'm the type to capitalize. That's about pushing keys, get it? Because that shift is the graveyard. I know you look up to stars because it's long at the bottom. That's a space bar. You're going way past the body. So gritty. You still want to go with me, but not for the title. The attitude is so shitty. How you make me push the crown to the side like it's no biggie? I'm quickly bringing the scene back to its former glories with that penthouse flow, because my pad resides above all your stories. Lately you bore me. Your verse has been getting light. I mean, Gemini's the 3rd sign of the zodiac. Fam, even your name ain't next in line. I'm number 1. That's Aries, right? I guess they set you up just to let you die. So don't ask me what the box is for. Just close the fucking lid slow after I rock this core. Because that's what a man gets for having to ram heads with a god of war.